Hello everyone. Well, this is going to be a somewhat boring video today. I'm basically going to grind my crafts for a bit and video record that. Just to show you what the crafting grind is like. But first, of course, I'm going to do the requests that's in the guild. See if I can get those done. But yeah, I'm going to be mostly silent for this. This is something I do every now and then to try to raise my crafts. I've got 4 other alts that also have crafts that I'm trying to raise up, but it is a massive grind, and it does take time. And because of that, this is probably going to be one of the only videos I'll make of doing this, so at least that way everybody watching can get a feel of what it's like to grind up a craft in Dragon Quest X. Alrighty then. I'm gonna go ahead and mute the mic. So far, from what me and others have been able to learn, there's no clear identification or clear method of how to get 2 or 3-star equipment. It just seems to be mostly random. I know that the hammer that you're using has some what's the word? Sorry, I just woke up. The hammer you're using has some modification to it. Your levels can also matter, but ultimately, I mean, just get them all into the perfect lines, and just hope that you get a 2 or 3-star. Obviously, it's 3 stars that sell the most. It's 3 stars that everybody wants at later end game, because then you can put on 3 enchantments. It's also because of this system why perfect enchanted equipment can cost upwards to 50 million gold. But another factor is if you keep making the same piece, it'll eventually get a star on it, and what that means is you can then get a much higher chance for 2 or even 3-star on it. Oh, that was a mistake. I thought that was translations. Now what happened right there was I got the hang of it, so now my chances of 2 and 3 star are much higher. Now, there's 2 types of major hammers I've seen players use. The light hammer, which has the highest rate for 2 and 3 star. And then there is another type of hammer, I think a star hammer or festive hammer, which has double the focus that the light hammer has. So pretty much you're looking at chance of perfect success versus chance of higher rarity, depending on how you want to go about it. But from what I've been seeing, the higher your craft level, the higher your chances of getting a 2 or 3 star as well. And from what I was told, there are 70 craft levels. It might be higher than that, but it is a huge grind to reach. So now I'm going to turn these in, and then I'm going to do the real grinding. Now, as explained in my Crafting 101 video, this is a special instance all to yourself. You can't even go in it with friends, I've tried. Where you have access to all the materials and all the tools in the game. It is all completely free. Obviously, you can't bring any of it out. Nope, not even the stuff that you make. But what you can bring out is the experience points that you get. Now, as you can see, these are the hammers that has much more focus. Compared to the Lightsmith hammer, their rarity rate is halved. But you get more than double the focus. These probably also cost less and are easier to make compared to the light hammer, especially since they have half the durability of the Lightsmith hammer. I've also seen the Miracle Smith hammer used as well. It has slightly higher focus, but As for this invoking a miracle, I'm not really sure what it's supposed to really do regarding that. Nor this for getting a special move. I'm thinking this has to do with something with the special ability you get once you're a 35 plus crafter. I'll be able to experiment that more soon, hopefully. So now I'm going to buy some hammers. Next, I'm going to get all the materials I think I need. You go to these individual shops here, or you go to this guy who has it all. Since I have a 90 slot inventory bag now, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of stuff and pray that it's all the things I need, because there's a lot of mats. Eventually, lamplight becomes a fuel source that you need for all armor smiths, I believe above level 30. And then at some point, super lamplight is what you'll need next. Sadly, these you can only get from the bazaar. These you can get from the material shop. Is crafting worth doing? Depends. I mean, if you're out in the field getting mats, materials, and you can make it into 2 or 3 star armor, you'll make a profit. 1 star, you'll probably break even on what you would have made from those mats if you just sold them outright. Generally, though, again, the higher your level, the better your chances of getting a 2 or 3 star. But it is a grind, you have to basically earn it. And then, of course, most of the time I don't bother with crafting, but for my community, I'm going to learn these crafts, get them up, so that way anybody who needs armor or weapons or anything, they can just come to me, giving the materials, and I will use those materials and keep making the piece until I get a 3 star, and then enchant it with what they want. The way it's going to basically work is, if I don't make a 3 star out of the first set of materials that a team member gives to me, then I will buy more materials, sell the piece that I made, and keep making it until I get the 3 star piece. Then once I have the 3 star piece, I will enchant it, regardless of how good the enchantment is. The team member can just use alchemy stones to get it to near perfect stats. I just have to avoid hocus pocus, because that could just ruin the whole thing. But it's still far, far better than spending 10 plus materials worth in gold just buying it outright from a random crafter. Alright, so here comes the grind. Any materials I'm missing, I'll just go and get it. Armor in this game is an investment, and not easy to replace. Like I said in certain other videos, that 60 million gold perfect piece, level 108 or plus that you purchase, is going to largely last you the next expansion or two entirely. And expansions of Dragon Quest X come around about the same as how Final Fantasy XIV does it, once every 2 years. So once you have your perfect armor set and pieces to be able to counter every boss's attacks and abilities, you're pretty much all set. That's the grind right there. I'm gonna keep making these dragon shields until I perfect it. Now, generally, every piece can follow a certain pattern of steps, and you can just keep repeating that pattern every single time if it always works for you. Now, what throws the curveball is when the game decides to pick a random piece and just lower it. That generally happens to whatever it is whatever part you're currently working on. However, sometimes if you go over the bar, it will then reduce from that, and that could actually be a benefit to you and save your craft. Now, I don't know when this hall was added, but from things I've read online, it must have been, I think it was added somewhere around version 5. And I can pretty much guess the reason why they did it. It's because without this hall, you'd have to rely on materials that you find to be able to do it yourself or buy it from the shop, which can be very expensive, especially if you keep pounding out too many 1 stars and not making any 2 stars to at least make some profit. And because of that, there has been less and less crafters willing to go through the grind and then selling equipment and then waiting for the equipment to sell so they can then go ahead and make more equipment to gain XP and then sell that. So what happens then is less and less crafters were in the game, thus less and less equipment were going up, and more players are getting frustrated because they can't get the equipment they want because no one's been crafting them, or they've been crafting them but they keep getting sold real quick. And then you had all these players who've been grinding up money just from selling materials, doing luck god medals and various other means to make money, and it just can't seem to spend it. So that's likely why they made this crafting hall, so people who do want to craft want to be able to get up there to start making stuff for other people and for themselves, can now grind it out in doing this. It's still a terribly long grind, though. I mean, you will spend countless hours doing this just to be able to reach 70, and I'm using a training ticket right now, which is doubling all XP I gain from everything. It costs about $9 in yen to get about 72 hours of that ticket, so I'm trying to make the most of it as I can. Still no knack yet, but yes, every one of these would be giving me about 600 XP instead of 1200. I would probably be getting more if I had the bonus orb up, but again, I don't want to use up too many of them. I got a lot. It's just I'd have to keep going out to use one to come back in, buy all the materials again, and it's honestly just wasted time at that point. So might as well just stay in and grind it out instead. Also, there is a limit. The game has a lot of anti-RMT measures, far more than what Final Fantasy XIV has. So to prevent RMT bots from being able to just take an account and get all their crafts to like 70, on multiple characters, because there are RMTs who will sell accounts, and there are people who will be willing to spend thousands of dollars just to skip the grind. See, that saved me there. There you can only craft 1,000 times a week, and I think that counts on an account basis, not per character. So doing 1,000 crafts just take many, many, many hours. Ah, there we go, finally. Okay, so we're going into that kind of territory now. Basically, now it's going to reduce focus or increase the amount of focus used. Okay, let's try this again. This particular craft requires a lot of materials. Royal Soul, Platinum Ore. Okay. Guess I'll have to grab a lot of those and some lamplight. It's really nice having a 90 slot bag, because I can carry so much stuff and have fewer interruptions. Now you're probably wondering, are the other smith skills in this that are also in Dragon Quest XI? Yes. Hephaestus Flame is actually the special ability for Armorsmith and Weaponsmith. Same from 11. It does exactly what it does in 11 as well, so once I have it, it can actually make crafting a lot easier. Now that's very, very useful, because sometimes, depending on what happens, I need that to just lower the temperature so I can get a precision hit. Now, in that particular case, would have been better to use the cold blow and then apply lightning, but I got lucky there. Still messed up, so I had the cold blow. Hey, berries, I got the maximum hit for that lightning bash. Well, now I haven't even mastered it. Nice. There we go. I mean, I'm hoping that once I finally reach 70, I can pound out 3-star equipment easier and easier. From what I heard, I mean, this is a level 50 shield. That's a level 50 shield. I'm wondering, see, this is a level 80 coat. Needs craft level 38. My guess is, and this is probably why this is honestly why I feel that level 55 is when you can consider yourself a master crafter for your specific craft. I'm guessing at around level 50 craft, you should be able to make level 110 equipment. I gotta buy the recipe book to find out. And then any levels above that just gives you a higher and higher chance of 3-star. And of course, the lower level the recipe, the higher the chance for 3-star. It also gets easier and easier to make because you get better hammer. You basically get better control. Your hits become more precise. It's pretty much just like in Dragon Quest XI. How if you got to a high level and you do a lower level craft, your hits crit a lot more, and you're more precise in your hits. Like it doesn't vary widely, like 30 damage hit and then a 15 damage hit, but it's a bash all the same. Instead, you're getting a solid 25 damage hit, maybe 24, 26. Anywho, I'm gonna go ahead and end off the video for this here. I gotta record another one soon, I think. But thanks for watching if you stuck with it this far, and at least now you have a better idea what the craft grind is like. See you next video.